On a chilly evening in a small town in the USA, a veteran named Tom pulled into a bustling truck stop after a long day on the road. He was a man in his 50s, with a weathered face that told stories of service and sacrifice. He wore a worn jacket adorned with patches from his time in the military. As he entered the diner part of the truck stop, his mind was on a hot meal and a moment of peace. However, as he settled into a booth, he noticed a group of bikers at the counter. They were loud and boisterous, their laughter echoing through the diner. Tom felt a sense of unease as he observed them. They were known in the area for their reckless behavior and intimidating presence. As the bikers consumed their food and drinks, they began to notice Tom. One of them, a burly man with tattoos covering his arms, stood up and swaggered over. "What's a soldier doing here all alone?" he scoffed. Tom's heart raced, but he remained composed. "Just having a meal," he replied calmly. The biker leaned closer, invading Tom's personal space. "You think you're tough in that getup?" he sneered. The other bikers laughed, but Tom kept his cool. He had faced much worse in his life. He had seen the horrors of war and had learned that sometimes silence spoke louder than words. The tension escalated as the biker continued to taunt him. "You think you're a hero, don't you?" he jeered. Just as Tom was about to respond, a waitress approached their table. "Hey guys, let's keep it civil," she said firmly. Her tone made it clear that she wouldn't tolerate any bullying in her diner. The biker turned to her with a sneer, but she stood her ground. "This man served our country. Show some respect," she added. The bikers exchanged glances, unsure of how to react. They were used to intimidating people, but the waitress's bravery caught them off guard. In that moment, Tom felt a surge of gratitude towards her. It was a reminder that there were still people who stood up for what was right. The biker now faced a dilemma. He could either back down or escalate the situation. With a huff, he stepped back. Whatever man he spat. He returned to his friends, but the atmosphere had shifted. Other patrons in the diner began to murmur in support of Tom. An older man at a nearby table raised his coffee cup in a silent toast to the veteran. Tom felt a warmth spread through him as he realized he was not alone. The bikers sat in silence, their bravado deflated, as they became the center of attention for the wrong reasons. Tom took a deep breath and allowed himself to relax. He finished his meal while the bikers remained quiet, avoiding eye contact with anyone. The waitress returned to check on Tom. "You okay?" she asked with a warm smile. He nodded, appreciating her kindness. "Thank you for standing up for me," he replied. "It's what we should all do," she said. "We need to look out for one another." As Tom left the diner, he noticed that the atmosphere had changed. People smiled at him as he walked past. The bikers were now an afterthought. Outside, he saw a group of young men and women gathered by their motorcycles. They were respectful and offered him a nod of acknowledgement. Tom felt a sense of belonging, a connection that transcended age and background. The incident at the truck stop became a powerful story shared within the community. It served as a reminder of the importance of standing up for others and the strength found in unity. Tom's experience resonated with people of all ages, inspiring conversations about respect and courage. The bikers had targeted the wrong veteran that night, but in doing so, they inadvertently brought the community together. Tom left the truck stop with more than just a meal. He left with a renewed sense of pride in his service and a reminder that heroes come in many forms. The waitress, the patrons, and even the young bikers who approached him afterward all contributed to a story of resilience and hope. In the end, it wasn't about the confrontation, but about the connections made that night, a testament to the unbreakable spirit of those who stand up for what is right.